Welcome all. In the last video, we have seen parallel resonance. So we were having one parallel RLC circuit. In parallel, admittances are added. So Y equal to 1 by R plus J times omega C minus 1 by omega L. Then to determine resonant frequency, imaginary term should be 0 because at resonance, admittance and impedance are purely resistive in nature. So once we have equated that term equal to 0, we got the resonant frequency as 1 upon under root LC, radian per second. Then we have plotted a graph of admittance versus frequency. So at resonant frequency, admittance is minimum. Before resonant frequency, the admittance is inductive in nature. And at resonant frequency, above resonant frequency, the admittance is capacitive in nature. And at resonance, we are having minimum admittances. Minimum admittance. Why minimum? Then next, we have plotted a graph of voltage versus frequency. So at resonant frequency, the voltage is having maximum value, and because of that, at resonance, power dissipation is also maximum. Then we were having we have seen two more frequencies, omega 1 and omega 2, at which the power is half of its maximum value. Power is half of its maximum value, and these are called as half power frequencies. So this is the expression for omega 1, and this one is the expression for omega 2. Now continue with that. Next we will see bandwidth. So bandwidth, it is defined as the difference between two half power frequency. That means bandwidth equal to omega 2 minus omega 1. Just substitute the value of omega 2 and omega 1. So this term and this term gets cancelled out, and this minus minus becomes plus. So 1 upon 2 RC plus 1 upon 2 RC, that means 2 upon 2 RC. 2 get cancelled out, so bandwidth comes out as 1 upon RC. And bandwidth is the range of frequency which is useful for observing the effect. So between omega and omega 2, we are getting above 50% power. That's why this is called as in this range we are getting above 50% or 50% power. That's why it is called as the useful range of frequency. Now next is quality factor. So it is the ratio of resonant frequency to bandwidth. That means omega naught divided by bandwidth. So just substitute the value of bandwidth here. So quality factor for parallel RLC circuit comes out as omega naught RC. If I use that relation omega naught equal to 1 upon under root LC, then I will get two more formulas for quality factor. One is R divided by omega naught L, and another one is R times under root C by L. So these are the three formulas for quality factor. So instead of remembering the quality factor for parallel RLC circuit, because if you try to remember the quality factor formula for series as well as for parallel, you may get confused. So one shortcut is there, that quality factor of parallel is 1 upon quality factor of series RLC circuit. So quality factor of parallel RLC circuit is 1 upon quality factor of series RLC circuit. So just remember the quality factor formula for series RLC circuit. From that you can easily get the quality factor for parallel RLC circuit by taking the reciprocal. Now one more observation about bandwidth here. Bandwidth is 1 upon RC. So it is independent of inductor. As there is no inductor here, so even if I change the value of inductor, my bandwidth will not change. In series RLC circuit, bandwidth is R upon L. There it was independent of capacitor. By increasing or decreasing capacitor value in series RLC circuit, bandwidth will not change. Similarly, in parallel RLC circuit, if I change the value of inductor, the bandwidth will not be changed. It remains same. Then next is your series RLC circuit is called as voltage magnifier, but your parallel RLC circuit is called as current magnifier or current amplifier, because at resonance At resonance, inductor and capacitor current are greater than the applied current. At resonance, the inductor and capacitor are greater than the applied current. That's why it is called as current amplifier or current magnifier. Current value gets increased at resonance across through inductor and capacitor. Then capacitor is current is given by J times Q into Im, and J has an angle of 90 degree. That means capacitor current is Q Im angle 90 degree. Similarly, inductor current is minus JQ Im. Minus J has angle minus 90 degree. So inductor current is Q Im angle minus 90 degree. And what will be resistor current? Resistor current is at resonance. Current through resistance is nothing but Im only with same angle. Whatever is the angle of Im, with that angle only resistance current will flow at resonance. So parallel RLC circuit is called as current amplifier. Important point, you should remember that in parallel RLC circuit current gets amplified. And one more difference is that in series RLC circuit voltage gets amplified, and for capacitor voltage is minus JQ Vm. So there the angle was minus 90 degree in capacitor in series RLC circuit, but in parallel RLC circuit capacitor current has plus 90 degree angle. There the angle was minus 90, but here the capacitor current is having angle plus 90 degree. Okay. So we will see one example. A parallel RLC circuit has R equal to 5 kilo ohm, L equal to 8 millihenry, and capacitor equal to 60 microfarad. So determine resonant frequency, bandwidth, and number 3, quality factor. Okay, resonant frequency formula 1 upon under root LC. So put the value of L, put the value of C. So it comes out as 1443 radian per second. You should also calculate the value. It should be 1443 radian per second. Then bandwidth formula is 1 upon RC. Substitute the value of R, substitute the value of C. You will get the bandwidth as 3.33 radian per second. Then quality factor formula is for parallel RLC circuit R under root C by L. So put the value of R, L and C. You will get the answer as 433. Okay. So this is all about explanation of parallel RLC circuit.